Hey Capricorn, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for January 13th, 2025. This is for Capricorn, the last shuffle for Capricorn. So Capricorn, of course, you know that I upload to TikTok and YouTube, but TikTok is apparently experiencing a ban, or perhaps America is going to be banned from using TikTok and maybe other places. I'm not sure. I just know that whatever is going on directly affects me. So if you would still like to see daily videos or daily readings, you could go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, and you'll be notified whenever I upload. I usually upload there first anyway. So the link is on my TikTok page as well. So there we have it with increase, and the booking site as well. I think the link is on there as well. So we have increase, hidden motivations here. So this would tell me that the increase, mm, 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 mm. you have some things going on here. Something, Spirit is talking to you very heavily about either business partners or marriage or a marriage or marriage. They want to talk to you about something happening where it's going to be difficult for you to understand where someone's coming from. You may have to dig deep. They're showing you to dig really, really deep when dealing with a person. Your hidden motivations, okay. All right, Capricorn. Now it's time to just get straight down to it. Okay, so they're asking you to watch what you say. They're saying that you have to watch what you say, and that you have a very sensitive antenna. So that means that you may be very, very sensitive to everyone else around you. So, especially for some reason, marriage is highlighted. So, this isn't just for married Capricorns. This could also be those that are in a business partnership or any of the like, right? Especially if you're at a committed relationship and you would like marriage, or if you would like marriage in general and you're single, or whatever here, because they're highlighting that doesn't mean that this is just for married people, married couples. However, they're saying that you have to be careful with what you say. And it looks like, because with increased two of swords, hierophant, hermit, and wheel of fortune, you may feel like you're reading in between lines. Things may be very confusing to you. You may only hear what you want to hear when hierophant comes out here too. This would say I'd have to dig real deep to try to understand or decipher what is being brought to the table, because I'm inclined to believe what I want to believe. The devil and the king of wands with hidden motivations also says you can't be sure about anything, because if that's your energy here, the devil and the king of wands says that your ego is standing in place of things. Your ego is saying, how dare someone say this to me? Whereas they're showing that there's a dual meaning to what is said. This is almost the vibe of a text, where sometimes someone could say something and it could go two different ways, and you could take it with a tone, or you could take it as they meant what they said, not necessarily a negative way. It could be completely misconstrued. A lot of people say they don't like to do text because things could be misunderstood, but your written or spoken word could also be misunderstood. So there's something about a person not meaning what how you're taking things, and they're asking you to watch your words. Right? If you want to attract a relationship, you're going to have to pay attention to the fact that some of your feelings, because of the sensitive antenna, sensitive people collect the emotions of others. So you may be experiencing or feeling a frustration from somewhere else because of whatever environment you're in, right? Usually a cycle is an environment. So it's a cycle, but it's of increase, which means that your antenna is heightened. And so you may be focusing on past energy with the hermit here, and it's affecting you, like you still have those same emotions within you. You may have gone to work and you were around a bunch of people that their egos were up to the roof. It was all the way up to their neck. Okay, they couldn't be real if they wanted to be. They were all focused on, I am the best. I'm the strongest. I'm the smartest one here. And then you come home and you're applying that energy to your significant other or the people that you live with. And so they're showing that deep in your heart what the answer is. You need to do what feels right. It would not feel right to say things out of turn. It's very important to have within you a level of forgiveness. That's something angelic that is coming out here, that there's benefits to forgiveness here. Benefits. They're saying that you're becoming a better version of yourself every day, and so are the people you're connected to. Okay. They're showing a spiritual awakening that you're going through with the 1001 angel number, is what I'm seeing here. And this is a spiritual awakening, a new phase, and some kind of spiritual quest. If some of you are going through a religious quest, some of you are now trying to figure out what you believe, who you are, where you stand on your path when it comes to that, with the Hierophant and Hermit as well, right? So that, like I said, this isn't just for married couples. I just had to throw out what I'm seeing fully, right? Because there's many different things here. And so some of you are going through a spiritual awakening, and it will feel like a dark night of the soul, which is where the devil and the King of Wands would come out. So that would say that, you know what, it feels like my ego is being tested, or I'm being challenged in so many ways, because when what you believe, if you're going through a spiritual awakening, usually a spiritual awakening would look like, you know how difficult it must be to be Bruce Lee, right? Imagine if you, I mean, if you watch karate movies, right? I used to love Bruce Lee, and I actually paid attention or knew a lot about his personal life. My dad, oh my gosh, was into karate. It was just, I mean, he watched every movie. I've seen every, I think I know all the words to majority of his movies. But however it goes, he was one that would, now he could knock you out with like 1 inch clearance, right? Not even, but he would always back down from fights. He'd be like, no, don't, yeah, I don't want to do it. And he was very small. He was a small guy. Imagine how that must feel to be that guy. And imagine the ego of most of us now. The ego of most of us, if someone says the wrong thing, you feel disrespected in any way, you're loading all your guns. You know what I mean? You're mad, you're upset, you're ready to pop off, you're ready to snap. Whereas you got somebody who could actually snap you in half, but every time he was provoked, he would try to stop the art. You know, let's not do that. I don't want to fight you. I don't even want to do this. I'm going to walk away. He would walk away. He might even let you push him a few times. He's walking away. And then even if you watch how he fights, he doesn't even hit you. You hit yourself, or he blocks everything, and you hurt yourself from the block. So you basically hurt yourself, right? And so you look at that and you say that although it must be difficult, because it does feel like a dark night of the soul, you do notice all the slights, all the disrespect, or the things that could be misconstrued, where normally you'd be like, I am to be respected. You do not, you better make sure you're clear about what you're saying to me, because you're definitely not going to talk to me like that. Or you better be clear about what you're doing, because you're not going to move around me like that, right? My nerves are shot. I do not do kindly to quick movements, sudden movements, or sudden words. If I don't understand what that means, I'm going off. And so there's something here about a spiritual awakening that definitely feels like a dark night of the soul, right? Because your ego now is being, um, is going through a death, right? You're breaking free with the hidden motivations. This is like, it's rearing its ugly head, but it's also, you're breaking free. You're on the path to enlightenment, and all of this will pass. Therefore, Spirit is asking you very clearly to forgive. There's benefits to forgiving people, that these are not provocations, right? They're also becoming better people. But there's benefits in forgiveness, okay? New supportive connections is the Hermit and Nine of Wands. Once again, these are people that, after deep introspection themselves, may be choosing. Well, I won't even say they're choosing. They're doing some deep introspection themselves. These are people that are supportive, but may start to feel like, when the Nine of Wands comes out, like this is such a arduous task. This is a very difficult task, or I'm exhausted. I've been digging deep, trying to figure out what the purpose is of me being supportive of you. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here, or why, um, what the end game is, based on how far we've come. What's the end game? And for some of you, you may all of you may, well, you and them may realize that you don't need each other to get where you need to get. They may be offended by something that is said. They're showing a high energy of someone being offended. So it's very important that you do what feels right to you, but also to be careful with what you say, because there is a high possibility of misunderstanding. I mean, a high possibility of misunderstanding the other person. They're trying to communicate better. They're trying to see what benefits them the same way you're trying to figure out what benefits you. So it's very important that you watch what you say, right? They're saying deep in your heart, you do know the answer and you need to do what feels right. So for some of the Capricorns that are married or in a union or business partners, even, especially with kindred partnership, right? This is not just romantic. This is about the past. Okay. This is also about reconciliation. Okay. I'm seeing a reconciliation here. I'm also seeing a celebration where this may be someone that wants to celebrate the anniversary. I'm seeing for some of you, you may be going through that or it's coming up, and spirit wants is trying to get this person to forgive the past with you, and also you forgive the past with them. This is also a person who um, is trying to attract the relationship you guys had. They may be wanting to go through the honeymoon phase or celebrate this relationship in some way. If that's romantic, if this is platonic or a business energy, these are people who want to celebrate something or celebrate how far we have come in the business, or how far um, maybe wanting to have a conversation, a heartfelt conversation where we apologize for whatever happened. We've had time to think. Maybe we misunderstood each other, type of thing. If you are wanting to attract reconciliation in a relationship, the color, the scent, or the actual flower, the rose, is highly important, right? The color of a red rose, very important here. They're also wanting you to, because that will help you to watch what you say. I don't know what it is about that scent, but it also it's one where I'm trying to attract a relationship, which doesn't always have to be romantic, but I'm trying to attract a peaceful relationship, right? That would be something that would assist with that, right? But there's benefits to having these connections, is what spirit wants you to understand. It doesn't have to be that, oh, I'm a Capricorn. I'm not looking for love. I'm looking for a business partner, or I'm looking to make sure my finances are under control. Well, to some degree, a lot of that is tied to other people, and so they do want you to understand there's benefits to all. There's benefits to to forgiving. There's benefits to understanding that there's some with the devil here, right? There's some things that your ego must go through this death, right? You must pay attention to the fact that a lot of the decisions you make, or a lot of things that motivate you, are driven by some kind of ego, wanting to look good, wanting to be the best, wanting to be in control. That's what this is, the hidden motivations. It's the things that we're going, okay, what's increasing is I'm realizing that maybe my motives are not that pure, and maybe I need to focus on that more. And then this feels like an ego death or a dark night of the soul now, right? So there's something about you needing to understand what motivates you, and to realize that it's time for a spiritual awakening here. It will pass, but in the meantime, watch your words. Okay, that's you could be parrots could be important to you. Wings and parrots, right? And also the angel number 1001. You could be dealing with a Taurus, a Virgo, Sagittarius, another Capricorn. Virgo is quite strong, but we also have Leo or Aries. So you could be a Sagittarius Capricorn cusp dealing with a Leo Virgo cusp, or an Aries Taurus cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.